going to check on where the boys put everything. So the only place that we had that was cleared was Bay Zero. Well, it's still clear over here, and they got a couple ladders to be able to start getting this down. But Bay Zero has stuff in it again. Oh my. So this was all taken off of the shed. At least it's neatly organized and not a pile of trash anymore. But, yeah. Mike had our new help bring all this out. And he said he left pathways, and he did. So, very nice organizing. But we're going to have to find someplace else for that if we're going to turn Bay Zero into a dance club. So now, because I am working on the house, the Bay Zero goes on hold for a little bit because the girls were promised their own bedrooms. So I feel like I've got to do that first before doing the dance club. So we'll start ordering materials and we'll get that stuff out and it'll come together. But I've been working really hard nights with my son. He wakes up at like 6-7 o'clock at night his time, or maybe 5 o'clock his time, and then he calls me. And so 6 p.m. tonight we'll be working on the website again. So we did 6.5-7 hours last night, and then we did 6.5 hours the night before. So I worked till 1:30 in the morning last night on the website. It's like, it's like a part-time job. And I don't have a lot to show yet, but it's looking really good. We're really happy with it. But we can really only get like one page done in 6 hours. That's 2 of us. So 12 hours per page. So every page on my website took 2 people 12 hours. 2 people 6 hours. So whatever, and I pay him. He's my son, but I pay him. So anyway, he's the only man that I pay. I mean, he's my son, so I take, I make sure that my boys, my own children, have their own place to stay, their own bedrooms, and they do kind of cover some of their food. But they're 17 and 25. They do get help with food, money, but I also pay my son because he's able to have those long conversations and work by my side for 6 hours on website creation. And he's so patient, and he listens, and he doesn't goof off and play his phone. If he's typing, then I do ask him, I'm like, are you typing to your friend? And he's like, yeah, but that's just because he's waiting on me to like do the next thing. But we literally talk to each other the whole time, and it's great. You don't find webmasters like that. I'm a very lucky mama to have a 17-year-old son helping me. And I gotta take this. All right, it's just my team calling. I sent them to the grocery store to get everything. So there's 3 of them going to get everything needed for the farm. Any food that they want that they're gonna eat. Because I don't really cook these days. I just like have coffee I buy honey. I just spent $300 on a bucket of honey. So my diet is coffee, organic honey, organic cream, some cheese sometimes, and turkey sticks, and beef jerky. And I don't really eat beef jerky. I eat turkey. I like turkey better than chicken. So I love these things. I don't have very many of them, but they're like little turkey sticks, and they're just easier on my teeth. They're turkey, so they just digest a little bit better for me than like beef, and it's a healthier option. It's $6 for that little pack. So I'm not really eating chips much anymore because I want to lose some weight, and I have lost some weight. So, as soon as you don't eat as much, you lose weight. So I've probably lost, in the past month, I probably lost about 5 pounds. But yeah, I'm a little bit stressed out, like getting this website together. But as long as we just go at a slow pace, it's coming together. And there's a lot on it. I haven't really talked about it much. I've got to photograph all the cards that are not up in Etsy. So I'm doing that today. So we've got, I think, 8 decks that we have not put up in the Etsy store. So there was a couple decks before I left for Tucson a month ago. There was a couple decks that I needed to get to my son to put up on the website. We're going to have photos on the product pages. Not photos, we have photos. That's what I'm getting today. I've got to get those in the next about 2 hours. It'll take me to get photos so that when we have our call tonight, we'll get all of our product pages built out. And those go over to our Etsy store. And I have a video I'm putting up in honor of our first sale of Oracle cards. So I've sent out Oracle cards. I've sent out probably 50 decks out of 25 times 22. So how many decks do I have on the shelf? I know dollar amount, but I forget. There's 25 of each. So this is 100 decks, 100 to there, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So 550 decks is what I had. I sent out 50 for free. So I've got 500 decks to sell on my shelf. They range anywhere from $29 to $149, depending on the size of the deck. And they all have a website page. I have to go in and create a video for each one to show the deck, not just a little short 3-minute video. I'm actually making like a longer video that will be up there at some point just to go through my decks and show them. I did that before, so 30 minutes to an hour showing the whole entire deck. But that's times 22 decks. So that's a lot of video. I just feel like I need to do that. I feel like when somebody comes to the website to learn about one of my products, I want an hour long, not an hour long, but a 20-minute, 30-minute video. And, you know, it's a way for me to share. I spent a lot of time creating each one of those decks. Some of them were only 8 hours. Some of them were all the way up to 120 hours. I spent 4 months straight creating all those decks over the winter. And so that's my work. Those are my babies. And I'm going to start sending them out into this world and getting paid for that. So our first sale that we made was on the 3rd of this month. And it wasn't an OnlyFans sale. So far, since my husband died, the only money that I brought in was over the summer as Barn Mommy OnlyFans girl. And I think total I made $300 a month for about 4 months until I stopped doing it. So I made $1,200 in 5 years. It doesn't mean I'm not worth way more. It just means that my mental state was not in a place where I could handle doing more, because I tell you, the website stuff is smart girl stuff. We're talking about funnels. We're talking about sales pages. Thank God for ChatGPT, because it writes better than I do. So I can have a ghostwriter. I can say, okay, we need to write up something kind of like this. And it's just like working with a writer. And I give them all the details. And instead of having to pay $2,000 to a writer, I pay $20 a month for a virtual artificial intelligence. And they write better than a writer. Sorry, but hey, what's Barn Mommy supposed to do when she's going from Barn Mommy to Business Mommy? Barn Mommy doesn't have all kinds of money to pay people. Mommy can only afford room and board right now for my help, because I have 3 helpers that I have to pay. So take care of. I take care of them. I give them a place to live, and we make sure they get fed and that they get clothing I mean, the guys aren't picky, so they go a long time without clothing, but I already said, you know, anybody needs boots, anybody, we will, anything that they need, we will find. Because we don't want them to be homeless and hungry with no clothes. So that's all I've done is take on 3 people that I can do that. And I send them to go get their own stuff. So I just send them with my card. I send it with somebody I trust, and I give them a budget, and they pick up whatever I need and whatever they need. So there's 3 of them right now, and whatever my daughters need. So they're buying food plus the cats. So that's a lot. I'm sure he'll remember that, but I'm not going to message him. I'll just see if he remembers, because Mike helps out. Mike and Alyssa both help out with the cats. We've got a lot of cats. We've got 12 cats. And just because I said yes to cats doesn't mean that I want so many cats. Like, my daughters said, oh, please, please, can we get these? And I said yes. Oh, please, please, can we keep them all? Not the batch of 6. We already have 4 plus 2 that I said. I already said yes to 6. Now we got 6 more. No, we can't keep them all. Like, we got a little bit of time. We got 8 weeks that we got to take care of them before any decisions are made. But $300 a month to feed 6 cats. How much money is it going to cost to feed 12 cats? Like, nah. I can't do it. Anyway, just thought I would pop in and share some of what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's it. All right. Peace.